Before we begin, I'd like to thank Destroyer Shy for finding this video in the first place. By the way, if any of you have videos you want me to cover, you can not only request them in the comments, but you can also join my Discord server, where there are channels not only dedicated to discussing online drama, but also specifically for posting commentary material. Just figured I'd advertise that real quick. Can I just ask, was there really a need to put the title of the game on the intro screen, given, you know, you put the cover of the game in the background?
Gee, it sure is boring around here.
Yeah, it must be if you decided to play this.
Explain how is that a sin of the game?
How is playing a game not because you enjoy it, but because you're bored a sin of the game? I mean, I guess he could have explained it more, but it was obviously just a potshot at the game's poor quality. Also, what is it with Sin's channels and not showing the sin counter of the original video they're covering? Does only JXC do that? Speaking of presentation, I want to point out that my viewers with headphones might have noticed that his audio is significantly louder in one ear. That was completely his doing. And yes, it is incredibly distracting.
Oh, my boy.
Chari sins a lion for absolutely no reason, cliche.
He sinned it because it was an infamous line. I'll give you that's not necessarily a good reason to sin it on its own, but it was for a reason.
Ganon and his minions.
Whoa, dude, personal space, please.
Chari points things out on the screen, cliche.
I guess, but he was primarily making a joke about how close that genie character got to the screen. He wasn't just pointing something out on the screen, he was making commentary about it.
Ganon and his minions have seized the island of Korodai.
Oh, perfect timing, creepy flying carpet man. Link was just wondering what he was up to.
You realize this is a really big situation and Link can only solve it, right?
You do realize he was making fun of the contrivance and not saying anything contrary to what you said, right?
Oh god, look at his freaking sausage index finger.
Chari points things out on the screen, cliche.
Again, no, he was making commentary on what's going on the screen.
Written only.
Whoa, he's fast. That scroll literally came out of nowhere.
Chari again points things out on the screen, cliche.
Zach Goes Red confuses making commentary on something with just pointing it out cliche. Actually, I'm gonna run an experiment real quick. I'll be right back.
A few moments later.
Okay, so do you know how many times Zach here stops the video to say, Shari pointed out something on the screen, which... yeah, obviously he was going to, by the way. What else were you expecting him to do in a video where he analyzes a game? But that's besides the point. The point is, he talks about it. But that's besides the point. The answer is 16. In total, he spends about 3.5 minutes talking about it in a video that is 13 minutes long. Seriously think about that for a second. And don't get me wrong, the repetition on its own is annoying, but what really drives home this being just terrible is the fact that more often than not, it comes off as him just saying it so he doesn't have to think of a response to Shari 5. Take this clip, for example, which is the final sin of the video.
I won!
This MS Paint garbage is a shit show in every sense of the word.
Chari points things out on the screen, cliche.
I think the idea is supposed to be that Shari's stating the obvious, because, again, otherwise it literally doesn't make any sense. But nothing about that was obvious. It was providing commentary. Although this is not the only tactic he uses to just completely dismiss what Shari says. He also pulls the nobody cares card to the point of using the same SMG4 clip TonySonic's used on occasion.
There is no time. Your sword is enough.
If there's no time, why'd you get off your flying carpet, dumbass?
Nobody cares.
Hey!
Nobody cares.
Never mind the fact that a sin nobody cares about is still a sin. These videos are everything wrong with, remember. That's not even getting into times where he just didn't understand what Shari was sinning. Take this clip as an example.
Oh my goodness!
I feel like I don't even need to explain why this makes no sense.
But there's one thing you can explain. Why is this being sinned?
Because it makes no sense. The subtitles are on screen as you make that point. Just read them.
Oh my goodness, this is awful!
You took the words right out of my mouth.
Anyway, that's honestly really all I have to say because I've summed up the majority of the video. Now don't get me wrong, there are occasional valid points here and there, but most of it is just complaining that Shari is saying something or missing the point. All I really have to say at this point is, well, Zach Goes Red, I thought TonySonic was bad. You've managed to be worse. Good night and good luck.